What's up guys, it's Yanni from IG Fitness Training, and today we're going to be talking about workout frequency throughout the week. Now before we get into any details, I want to share my current training frequency, and you'll see how it ties up to how I'm going to explain it to you later on. So right now, I train twice a week. The days after I train hard, I might work out a certain muscle that I haven't worked out in that specific session to round up all the small accessory exercises like my rear delts, some calves, some abs forms, all those things. And then the rest of the time, instead of resting, I'm doing some yoga. Now, yoga and the accessory day counts as my rest days technically because they're not as hard as my big days. Now, let's see how it all ties into what I'm about to tell you. So what is the best training frequency? How many times are you supposed to work out during the week? Well, right off the bat, it depends on your goal, right? So if you see someone who says this is the best training frequency for every single person, then you know just not to listen to that person. So yeah, it depends on your goal. If you want to gain muscle, that means you have to be in a caloric surplus by the end of the week. Therefore, if you train every single day, you're going to be burning a lot of calories. So, hence why I work out only twice a week really hard. Because you train less, you burn less calories throughout your week, but you go harder. And when you go harder, you rip the muscle even more, and then recovery throughout that long period of time. You can eat more, sleep more, recovery is very important when you want to bulk up. So if you want to bulk up, maybe training less frequent is better for you, because not only do you burn less calories at the end of the day, you keep your metabolism lower and you can increase your intensity. If your goal is to gain strength, so being really strong at a certain movement, then you want to increase the training frequency, or at least do that movement quite a bit, because like we said before, strength is a skill, and the more you practice a skill, the better you'll become at the skill. So that's why Bulgarian training works very well for bringing up your PRs in certain lifts. In Bulgarian training, you literally work out every single day, but you're not going balls to the wall every day. You're going in, you're doing that one lift, you get to your max, and then the next day you do the same thing, and the same thing, and then the same thing. That's why you want to gain strength and size. You have to kind of maneuver between those two low and high frequency exercises. That being said, if you want to lose fat and tone up your muscles a little bit, then a higher frequency would be beneficial for you. Since you would be working out every single day or almost every day, your total calories lost by the end of the week will be greater than if you worked out less often. This is another reason why when you're cutting, right, when you want to lose fat, you really have to recover well, because you're training every single day or almost every day, and if you don't train well, you don't sleep very well. A lot of you tend to undereat when you cut, and that can result in overtraining. You're gonna burn out, and then you're gonna lose all your results. So be very careful when you're cutting, because yes, you should increase training frequency, but because you really need to focus on recovery. In terms of your training split, that could also depend on your training frequency. If you're training twice a week, then I wouldn't necessarily suggest to do a upper lower. You can dig deep in the muscle and wait one whole week before working at it again, or you can do full body twice a week, and that works very well also. And that's why with my personal training clients, I have the choice between 2, 3, and 4 times a week. So depending on their goal, depending on their schedule, right, I could make them train at least that many times a week. Because for most people, training once every 2 weeks is just too much to ask, right? Because you really have to go intense on that one time you're working out, or else it's not worth it. So what training frequency would be best for you? Because honestly, I gave you some general guidelines, but it really depends on the person, and that's the answer. And I know that's not the answer you want to hear. But listen, it depends on your schedule. First of all, do you work all the time, or do you have a lot of free time on your hands, right? Who knows? Second of all, it could depend on your training split and or specific goal you want to attain. Not everyone has the same goal. Not everyone is made the same either. You can get as many gains working out once or twice a week versus every single day. The idea that you can only gain muscle 24 to 48 hours after really depends on the intensity of the workout you do. If you half-ass your workout Monday, and then by the time Wednesday comes around, yeah, you'll be recovered because you didn't really push yourself. But if you go once a week and you go balls to the wall, you'll be sore for the whole week. Why would you want to go in 2 days later? Because science says so? Because a study said so? Well, you're not the study. And honestly, how most of these studies are done isn't really an accurate depiction of how you would actually train in real life. So hopefully that'll make you let go of that single idea you have in your head about how everything works and maybe open your mind to new ideas. So why did I give you general guidelines and then say, well, it all depends on the person? Because this is my point, guys. I can tell you guys and make videos on this is what is the best thing for gaining muscle, this is the best thing for losing fat, etc. But it really depends on the person. I really have to... I'm not one of those dogmatic preacher guys that will say, this is the only way to get your goals. If you do this, you are doing everything wrong and I don't even want to do business with you. No, because honestly, too many people do that right now, and it's very annoying and it's very contradictory, and you just don't know what to believe. You'll have some people preaching low volume, high frequency training. Other people will be praising high volume, low frequency training, and you just don't know what to believe. For example, I recently went to a conference with a lot of successful big YouTubers, a lot of fitness guys were there, and there was a fitness panel. Okay, so people were asking those guys, okay, what's your opinion on this, and they were giving their expertise. And and there was 3 fitness guys, alright? And you know them, but I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to start any drama, and honestly, drama in the fitness industry is ridiculous. So anyways, someone would ask a question, it would be anything. It would be, how do you gain muscle, how do you lose fat, how do you... what should you do if you just want to get into shape, this, that. And you know what all 3 of them answered? Squat, bench, deadlift. That's it. Just do your big 3, yeah, just go 3 times a week, do your big 3, you'll be good. Everything's settled, you'll lose fat, gain muscle, everything. And then I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, those things are great, but there's a lot more to fitness than squat, bench, and deadlift, to be honest. So if someone's trying to be super dogmatic and super rigid about something, don't automatically assume that it's right. Come on, think, guys. I want you guys to think about these things, because you'll have someone who says this and someone who says the complete opposite, and you have to pick between them? No, because they both have good points to them. That's the thing. The best thing to do in that case is just to try both and see what works for you, right? That's honestly the best approach to doing it. That's what I've done with 7-8 years of training, right? And I found what worked for me. Example, I think strongman workouts are superior than most styles of training for me, but for you it might be something different. You might find powerlifting is something that really interests you and really gets you a lot of results. And for me, that's not the case. So really, it depends. I'm not going to go around saying strongman is the only way to work out. It's better than everything else, this, that. For me, it's better than anything else, right? It doesn't mean it's the same for you. Now, you have to think about what people tell you, right? Constructive thinking about the information you get in, because this can honestly apply to pretty much every single thing you learn. And even with me, guys, like, I'm vegan, you guys know that, and I want to encourage you guys to go vegan to maintain the healthiest lifestyle possible. But if you guys eat meat once in a while, we both know it's not going to kill you. At that point, it's just a matter of values, right? So I also want to lower my carbon footprint on the planet, and I don't want to cause unnecessary harm to animals at the same time. So that's why I eat vegan and I remain vegan and don't crave eating animal products either. Now, at the same time, I don't want to go and completely discredit other types of diets, right? Obviously, a lot of things can work if you're trying to, let's say, lose fat. Now, there are healthier options than others. For example, starving yourself isn't probably the best thing to do. You will lose fat, but you'll also damage your body at the same time. Same kind of issue with paleo and keto diets oftentimes. So this was just a short video to kind of make sure you're not just listening and taking in all the information and getting confused in your head, because honestly, what you have to do is just try a bunch of stuff, learn from your experience, learn what works with yourself, so track your workouts, and do what works. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, but then people are going to be like, don't try it, this is the best way. No. Do what's best for you. You have to try it out though. If you don't try it out, you won't know what's best for you. And the same thing goes with training frequency, guys. If you have any questions about that, feel free to contact me. I will answer your questions. Also, I would like to start doing some question answer videos. So eventually, if I get enough questions, I will make a video just responding to your questions, and hopefully that will help a lot. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share this to whoever you might think follows these dogmatic, strict approaches of people, and let them know the truth.